Hello, everyone. It's Donna Sharp again. I do apologize. I just played back the last live that I did, and I could not understand anything I said. Everything was splotchy, and the overall live was about a minute. So I didn't want you to think that I was a robot or something. So I'm going to just revisit the information I just discussed very briefly. So this is day 19 of Owning Your Brilliance Live for the 21-day challenge. And my name is Donna Sharp. And the topic for tonight, it's a precursor to tomorrow night. We will be developing our dream boards, and you too can follow along with us. Hello, Miss Tiffany. Thank you for joining again. My last live a few minutes ago was very splotchy. I went back and listened to it. So thank you for hopping on again. I just wanted to recap everything I spoke about because I couldn't even understand what I was saying. I was going doot, 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 doot. So just going revisiting that again. So I'm talking about DMV, and it's not motor vehicle. It's your dreams, your mission, and your vision. Your dreams, your mission, and your vision. So hello, sunshine. So tomorrow night we're going to be doing a vision board party, Miss Vivian and I. I'm going to lay everything out, and I'm going to make sure that we talk about all the essentials that are important in order to do your vision board tomorrow night. But just as a precursor, I wanted to talk really quickly about dreams, mission, and vision. A dream is something that you have throughout the night. When you're sleeping, you go through various stages. You go through the light stage. You go through the stage 2 where your breath and your heart rate is, I know, Tiffany, no, it wasn't you. I don't want people to watch it and go, what in Jesus' name was she doing? So I figure I'll revisit it again and just delete the last one. So thank you, Tiffany. So stage 2 is breath pattern. Your heart rate slows down and decreases. That's the second stage of a sleep cycle. Okay. The third stage of a sleep cycle is you're into a deep sleep. It's about 4 to 6% of the time. You're in a deep sleep. It begins to slow down. The delta wave begins to develop. And then you go into stage 4, which is a deep rhythmic sleep where the muscles are starting to move. They're becoming a little bit more relaxed. And then you have, hello, Miss Leah. Thank you for watching. I'm revisiting this again because my last live a few minutes ago was very choppy. I don't know what was happening, so I apologize. We're talking about DMV. It's not your motor vehicle association. It's your dreams, your mission, and your vision. So I'm talking about the stages of a sleep cycle just very quickly, not going to go in depth. And we're on stage 5, which is where the brain wave speeds up. You have rapid eye movement. The body starts to twitch. You may even just punch or kick in your sleep. That's when the body is really into that dream mode. But here's the thing about dreams. Dreams is something that you can't hold it, okay? You can't measure it. You can't even see it. What makes the dreams nice, where we can actually make it tangible, is when you revisit the SMART goals that I spoke about yesterday while I was at the mall. I did a segment on how to develop SMART goals. When you develop SMART goals and you attach them to that dream that you had, then you now make it tangible, something that you can hold on to, you can feel it and touch it and taste it. So those beautiful dreams that you're going to be creating tonight and that you've been creating for years, tomorrow is going to be the first time where well, not the first time, you've probably done vision boards before, but if you hadn't, you'll have an opportunity to place those dreams that are floating up here in the sky, in your brain waves. You're going to put it on paper. So now it makes a lot of sense and you can see it and begin to make it more tangible. All right, dreams basically decides the course of your entire life. So I mentioned earlier, when you have a road, when you're driving down the road, all right, you have some form of destination to travel to, right? So it decides the course, which way you're going to go. Are you going to go left? You're going to go right? And if you do go right, is there a detour down there? So there's a lot of things to keep in mind when it comes to having those dreams. And it's basically decides the course of your entire life because you're breaking it down into small segments. Dreams also brings enthusiasm. Sometimes it gives you something to live for. So you have that excitement. When you do the board tomorrow, you'll have that excitement and something you can see every day and really feel it every day and touch it. So as you wake up in the morning and you go to bed at night, you have something very visual to look at. All right, so that's a little bit on dreams. On mission, the mission is what you're going to do and why. A lot of organizations have mission statements. Mission statements is done in more of a sentence form. Okay, a full sentence because it gives direction. Yes, vision board, Miss Tiffany, is absolutely amazing. Oh, you just did it this month with with the girls club. Nice. So you already are on point, Miss Tiffany, as it comes to doing the board. I'm sure they had a wonderful time doing it in the girls club. They were probably just so excited. They're probably looking at all the pictures and what color should I use? I can just see them now. That's awesome. Wonderful. So mission basically is, what are you doing, what are you going to do, and why? It explains the individual or the group aspiration. So mission a lot of times is for leadership organization, but you can have a mission for your own personal, maybe you have a club that you're a part of. You have to have some kind of mission, again, because it's a roadmap to where you're going. It's generally in a sentence. It focuses on what is really important. It is your aim. It is the direction. It's like anything in life. You have to know where you're going. Now, do you ever get on the road and just start driving? Okay? Or do you say, you know what? I think I'm going to take a trip to Miami. Or I think I'm going to take a trip to Atlanta. Or do you just, well, some people may, because they're road travelers. They may have an RV and they want to travel and just go see all the states. That's understandable. But do you ever just get in your car or in your truck or SUV and say, I'm just going to go drive it? I don't think so. Because you have to think of keep a couple things in mind. And you just go driving. You have no plan of action. You may not even have a plan of action to bring your pocketbook. Maybe you forgot your pocketbook or your wallet. So now how are you going to get gas? So there's no kind of purpose to this, I'm going to go drive. Okay? You have to figure out where you're going to go, why you're going to go there. Are you going to make stops? Are you going to buy some gas? Are you going to pick up some hitchhikers along the way? All kind of things you have to think about when you're going on a trip. You have to have some kind of plan. That's right. Plan your trips, Miss Leah. It's so important because you never forget anything. You may have to plan a goodie bag for your kids. What kind of treats you're going to give them while they're in the car. If you're going to make more than one stop. If you're going to just do one stop. Yes. Move with a purpose and focus, not randomly. I love it, Tiffany. You can't be random. And I'm going to tell you why, because I have a quote to share with you. Maybe you got it in my splotchiness earlier. So it provides a basic of developing your strategy. This is an example of a mission statement. I'm going to read it to you so you can hear it. It's to develop a safe and healthy neighborhood through collaborative planning and community action and policy advocacy. So you see they broke it down with all the different commas to make sure that, hello, Mr. Kevin, thank you for joining. Just in case you saw my live a few minutes ago, don't watch it. It was very splotchy. It had some internet interference, and what was supposed to be maybe 12 minutes or so turned into 1 minute. So I'm redoing it. Hello, here I am. We're talking about DMV, and it's not your motor vehicle association. It's D is for dreams, your M is for mission, and your V is for vision. This is a precursor for tomorrow night. We will be doing live dream board planning right here in the comfort of my home. Ms. Vivian will be joining, and we are going to lay out a vision board and have a party. So you too, wherever you are in Canada, England, wherever you are, you can do your own dream board in the comfort of your own home and just follow along with some tidbits that we're going to share with you that's going to help you to create a nice dream board. All right, so right now we're talking about mission, and I gave an example of what a mission statement should sound like, because you can do a mission statement and it may run on and run on and run on and run on. Mission statement is done in a sentence, but it has to be concise and to the point. So the example I just gave was to develop a safe and healthy neighborhood through collaborative planning, comma, community action, comma, and policy advocacy. You see how specific that was? Quite similar to the SMART goals that I broke down last night. So it's outcome oriented. It's very concise. It converts basically a very broad view, and it explains it very in detail to all the parties. Hello, Miss Sue. Thank you so much for joining. We're talking about DMV, not your motor vehicle association, but dreams, missions, and visions. So we're just speaking about missions right now. So it's important to develop a mission statement because it keeps you on track as to where you're going, right? Now, the third part is vision. We just talked about dreams and what dreams are, mission, and now we're speaking about vision. So your vision is it's shorter than a mission statement. You have to have some kind of vision because it gives you an understanding of where you're going. There is actually the quote that I wanted to read to you. Let me see if I can find it. I'll find it in a minute. But the Bible says a person that flows just sways to and forth Okay, that's a problem because you have no direction. Lack of vision, where lack of vision is, the people will perish. The person who does not know where he wants to go, there is no favorable wind. No favorable wind. So it's not in your favor if you don't know where you're going. Like I said, and you just get on a trip and you're taking a road trip, you have to have some kind of understanding where you're going, what package you're taking, what bags. If you're taking more than one luggage, you're going to take snacks, you're going to take, I don't know, a whole bunch of things. If you have enough money for gas, you have to think about all those things and keep it in mind when you're going on a trip. So your vision have to be very concise. It's usually in short phrases or sentences that conveys the direct point, okay? They phrase it as a hope of where you're going. I don't like that word. I don't know why. It gets under my skin. Sometimes when I greet people in a text, a lot of times they'll say, I pray that you're having a lovely day. I hope is a little bit sketchy to me. It's saying, maybe you are, maybe you're not. But I always try to speak in the present tense and make sure I'm very positive. So just be careful with your words, as I mentioned yesterday while talking about the SMART goals. So the vision is a governing principle for your organization. You have to have some form of a vision, because when you have a vision, you have direction. Why a vision statement? It draws people to a common goal. It looks for a better future, and it inspires a community. A vision is a motivator. When you have a vision, you have something to aim for. You have a hat to reach for. You have something to grab onto. You have something to look forward to on a daily basis, because your work day can be very stressful. So you want to make sure you have something to look forward to, that you can look at it and go, you know what, I just work all day, but guess what? I like this that I have on my board, because I'm going to get that very soon. I don't know how, but I'm going to get that. Funny enough, the word hope seems so uncertain. Yes, it does, Miss Tiffany. The word hope is, hi, Miss Patience. Thank you for joining. The word hope is like, keep hope alive. Why? Keep hope alive. If you're going to be positive and look into and just prance into your future, you don't want to be hopeful about it. You want to make sure it's an assurance, right? Blessed assurance, Jesus is mine. A vision is a motivator. It can be broken down into 3 different forms. A vision doesn't have to be just business related, okay? Your vision can be personal. I start off with spiritual, personal, or business. Career oriented, okay? Remember, not a job, a career, a passion, something you have in your belly that's been churning to say, go do this. This is where I gifted you, and this is where I want you to go. So remember, it's your spiritual life, your business life, your personal life, and then your business life. And then it's a clear picture of where you want to go, what you want to become. Again, that's a little sketchy. What you're going to become. And it's basic. What I love about it is not just you're going to go down the road and drive to your destination. You have to make sure it's a bullseye. You're hitting the target as soon as you get there, when you achieve that vision, okay? So, yes, hope is often used like a wish, a wishy-washy. Man, I love it, Leah. Miss Leah, you're right on point. I don't care for those ifs and maybes and buts and just because and in case and never mind and all those in-between words. They just don't do nothing for the soul. You understand me, I say? So we're talking about DMV. I love acronyms. That's one way I used to study in school, because when I was going through my massage and my whole spa training programs and we had to study for the boards, I would put acronyms on the business card, and I still use it for studying methods these days. I put acronyms because in my mind I remember the acronym and it jars my memory as to what the word means. So DMV, dreams. We just talked about dreams to begin with, and different patterns of dream cycles. Dreams, this is a summary now, I'm summarizing. I'm going to talk about what we're going to do tomorrow night really fast. Dreams is something that, actually, the name of the dream is Oneirology, Oneirology. It's the study of dreams, okay? But dreams is something you can't hold on to, you can't measure it, you can't see it. You're in a dream, you're in 5 stages of dream, you're going through realm, you're going to your relaxed state, you're going to your deep sleep. But you can't measure or touch any of that, because you notice when you get out of a dream, the minute you get out of the bed, you forget your dream. If you're someone that has some kind of a gift, you might want to put a notepad next to your bed so you can write down what the dream is that you're thinking about. They sometimes have representation as to what they are. What makes a dream a beautiful thing is when you take the SMART goals we discussed yesterday and you Take that SMART goal, attach it to the dream. If you put a little arrow between the two, and guess what happens? Now it becomes tangible. So although you can't touch the dream, feel the dream, because remember, your subconscious state, the dream is picking up things out of your subconscious state and it's throwing and it's creating this magnificent, what's that guy name? Harry Potter. It's creating this Harry Potter scenery in your mind, and you're doing all kinds of wonderful things. You're flying, and like me, I'm driving 18-wheeler truck all the time, and it's because in my subconscious, it's something I've always wanted to do, is to drive an 18-wheeler truck. So every now and then I get a dream, I'm driving an 18-wheeler, and guess what? I'm always going down the hill. Whoa! The truck can't stop. I don't know why. But anyway, I always said I wanted to drive an 18-wheeler, a rig. We'll see what happens. It may be kind of tough because you need a special license to even get behind the wheel. So we'll see. But we spoke about dreams and the pathway of dreams and how to make it tangible. We just spoke about mission. Mission doesn't have to be personal. It could be leadership oriented in an organization or small personal groups that you're a part of. And we just spoke about vision. Vision being shorter than a mission statement. It's something you have to create that roadmap to where it is that you're going, but you have to make sure what the vision does, it makes sure you hits the target. So what we're going to be doing tomorrow night, this is a precursor for tomorrow night, we're going to be doing the vision boards. I'm going to discuss a lot of the important things that's necessary in a vision board party. You'll have the party in your own home, so get your little trinkets and utensils together. I will give you a couple of quick clues now so you can be a little bit prepared. I personally like to use the glue stick because the glue stick dries much faster and it's cleaner instead of the regular Elmer's thick white glue. You can have a dream board that's tri-fold. Okay, if you go to the store like Walmart or Target, they have one that flip out on one side and it flip out on the other side and it's in the middle. I think very organized. So me have to do the spiritual, then the personal, then the business. But there's different types of dream boards. Everyone has their own mind and how they see things. Don't do it the way I do it. Sometimes you have vision boards that are very collage. So everything is all over the place. And I would encourage you, just go online and Google vision boards and you'll see all different styles. So it's whatever suits your fancy. Don't have to do it like we do it, okay? But the main preface is make sure you have some pictures. If you don't have any pictures or anything, and if you watch this segment sometime during the day, you're not on right now, gather your pictures, gather your colored pencil, your crayon, gather some stencils with the name A, B, C, D, E, F, G, gather some stars, make sure you cut out some things about your car that you want to drive. The example I gave before my live just cut up choppy a while ago is, let's say, for example, you want to get a Maserati as your next vehicle. I would encourage you in the near future, go to a dealership and test drive the Maserati. Don't worry about how the people them look at you, because they're going to look at you kind of strange. They're going to look you up and down first and see how you dress. And they're going to say, wait a minute, hold on. Girlfriend have on one piece of jeans and one t-shirt. Yeah, she got on jeans and t-shirt. How she want to drive my Maserati? She can't afford this. I always told my team in management, don't you ever judge a customer that come into the store, because the one that looks the bummiest is the one that's going to buy the most. So go to the Maserati dealership, go in there and get behind the wheel, pick out the color you want, the style, whatever features you want in it, and tell the people them, look, hey, brethren, you say, hey, brethren, here is my license. I'd like to take it for a test drive. And I'm sure they're going to jump right in the car with you, because they're not going to take it out on the road by yourself. Here's my license, right? Go take the car for a test drive, because it's going to be very important that you feel the way the car hugs the curves, how you feel on the seats, the leather seats. If they have heated seats, I know it's Florida, but the vehicle that I have heated seats, and it's yummy, especially now, because it's a little bit brisk here in Florida. Make sure you feel how the seat hug you. Make sure you feel the steering. Make sure you look at the odometer reading, especially when you step on the gas a little bit, when you pick up pace, when you have them in the car with you. Feel it as though you are the one driving it. Now, I'm just giving you this one example of something you're going to put on your board, and it's a vehicle. Now that you feel it, touch it, taste it, and you just feel it in your being, every time you wake up in the morning and you think about that one thing on your board, on your personal side as far as your vehicle, you are going to now feel that experience that you just had. Okay, I'm not saying you can do that same experience for every single thing on your board. You may, because if you want to go travel next year, let's say, and go on cruises, Go take a cruise. Go take a Thursday to Monday cruise or a 3-day cruise. So you can see what it feels like to be in all the activities and to participate and having all a wonderful dinner. But you have to be able to feel these things and touch it. And when we do the vision board party tomorrow night, you're going to have an opportunity right there in the comfort of your own home to begin to do your board. You will not complete the board tomorrow night because it does take time to make sure what's on the board is going to take you into the next few months. But at least we'll get it started and you'll find out the materials that you need and how to position the things on your board. There's also not just your standard trifold board. There's a regular big board that you can use. Just a, I don't know the exact measurement, just a plain white board. That's a little bit thicker, of course. And then you can also do dream boards in picture frames. You can do it on an 8x10, that's kind of small. But you can do an 11x17 or whatever the other size picture frame is. So there's different shapes, sizes, and everything, because remember, you have to have a snapshot while you're out and about going to work. You could even take a picture once it's done and carry it around with you. See it when you get in your car, see it when you get in your bathroom, see it when you get in you have to see it all the time because that's how you're going to live it. One final thing before I get off, I'm going to tell you is I had a colleague of mine at work today. She said to me, which was just so on point, oh my gosh, and people are probably doing this but just have no understanding of inclination of what it is. She said, a lot of times I tell my friend that I'm going to do something, they look at me like, they have all these different comments. Well, how are you going to do that? How are you going to get the money to do that? And she said what she does now, she doesn't even mention it to people. And it's sad because she has to suppress who she is. So what I explained to her was, you never suppress yourself to go down to someone else's level. If that person is not where you are, you allow them to step up to you. It may mean that you have to leave them behind and let them catch up. But I told her, don't go down to what they're thinking. And she says, I don't know sometimes, but I would say I'm going to go do something, and I would look at myself and I say, but I don't know how that's going to take place, but it's going to happen. And it does happen. So she's already going through the motion, but doesn't know what it is. So what she did was, as I mentioned in a few of my lives ago, I mentioned about The Secret. If you've not gotten a chance to watch The Secret, it is free on Netflix. It's called The Secret. It talks about the things that I've been hounding in as far as visualization and creating a plan of action and manifesting those goals. When you watch The Secret, it will make a lot more sense. And she said, I went in and watched The Secret, and now I realize why it is I had this. She said, I have goosebumps. I just had this inclination that it was already going to come true. And those were some of the same things we talked about last night when I spoke of SMART goals, is that you will get that electricity, that little goosebump feeling, that little warm inside of you, that you know it's going to happen. You just don't know how, but it is. It just means that you are on the right path. So I'm truly excited, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in and being very patient with me during this, because I try to make sure I'm very detailed when it comes to explaining things that I've experienced in my past lengthy life. And, you know, I take for granted sometimes that people know these things. And when I mention SMART goals to 9 out of 10 people and only one person can tell me what it is, I know there's a concern. So I take my time when I break things down because I want to make sure you too have the same information that I've had to learn over the years, but you get the shortened version of it. So this is day 19 of Owning Your Brilliance Live, the 21-day life challenge. I usually get the days mixed up, Mr. Kevin, so please forgive me. Sometimes I say it's 18, 16, and I even know what day it is, but I got it today. Today's day 19. And Owning Your Brilliance Live. My name is Donna Sharp. I'm so excited. Miss Vivian and I will be on board tomorrow night creating our vision boards. And if you have any questions, tomorrow is the time to ask. Thank you so much for joining. I will delete the other video because this one is much better. So if you're watching it wondering if I look like an alien, that's because I probably was. So I'm going to delete the next one. So thank you again. Ciao. Have a beautiful evening.